Hello, hello, happy whatever day it is. Happy Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or whatever day you find yourself watching this video. Thank you for being here with Get the Pen and Janine, folks. I'm Janine. Again, welcome and thank you. This week, the book that I chose is near and dear to my heart, Rink Ready, Rink Ready, and I'll explain the why behind this book, and then we will go to a segment in this book. But my shout out this week goes to the Detroit Styling Club and Patrice Brinkley. I commend her for putting this group together because of her love for roller skating, the love that was instilled in her, that she is sharing with others and trying to bring roller skating to the forefront and bringing them to the Olympics one day through the culture role. So she has been very instrumental in bringing that to Detroit and starting a group, a board, and also participating in the culture role, which is a part of the U.S. roller sports. So thank you, Patrice, for all you do in the skate community. We commend you and I shout you out today. You can go follow the Detroit Styling Board, Detroit Styling Club on Instagram. So if you type in Detroit Styling, it should come up, and it's with the IN, no G. So find them, follow them, catch the videos, and all of that good stuff. So before I get into this, I do want to kind of talk about the body, mind, spirit connection. And even though I've been skating literally all my life, it wasn't until recently that I really learned how to be intentional with my mind and body connection. And one thing about me, I learned I didn't have to try to learn how to skate. I was born into it. So it wasn't a conscious thing for me to say, okay, this is something I'm going to learn how to do. I just grew into it. So I didn't go through a lot of the things that beginners go through trying to learn something that they don't know. I didn't have to try. I was just immersed in it. So I think there's a difference. Now, there is a struggle I have with learning new things, certain moves that I don't know. So that puts me in a space where I have to develop the neuroplasticity to reprogram my brain to do new things that are foreign to me. So I can identify with that kind of learning and the challenge that comes with that. And all of that to say that I put this book together to help beginners because a lot of the questions that I would get over and over again, there was a common thread, and I thought I could just address all of these things in the book, and you can find them all in one place, and it should help you on your skate journey. But some of these lessons and principles are not limited to skating, they apply in other areas of life. Now, the body and mind connection for me grew stronger when I started to practice yoga. Just that being in that meditative state and focusing internally on your whole being and controlling your body, controlling the movements of your body, being aware of the muscles and being aware of your breathing and being aware of your actions and your thoughts while you're in that space, that meditative space where you're really focusing internally, but you're also using your body with that, and just the collaboration between the body and mind. Because sometimes we do things mindlessly, we just do them, we go through the motions, and we're not really making the connection, and we're not really paying attention to what our body is saying. And sometimes we don't pay attention to our bodies until they hurt or until we feel the limitations when we can't do certain things, certain movements that we can't do. We don't have maybe the strength in that area, or we may not have the flexibility in a certain area. And when that happens, sometimes that's the rudest awakening when you can't do something as simple as maybe touch your toes, or when you can't stretch to reach something because you feel that tightness. And yoga made me more aware of even what I put in my body and how that impacts my being. And I am learning, I won't say I have learned because I'm still in the process of learning how to respect my body, and beginning with what I put into it, and with certain foods that make my body work harder unnecessarily. Why are you doing that to yourself? Why do we do it? Because it tastes good, because it feels good in that moment. Um, we just need to think it through, be conscious of what we're doing, because like I said, we do a lot of mindless things because they feel good at the moment, and we're not thinking about the effects that it is having on our bodies, how we feel, and the role it plays in our longevity and our overall health. So that mind body spirit connection, and spirit too, is very, very important. That spiritual connection that you have with the one who made us, the almighty one. So we put those things together, that makes you a very powerful person when you do that. And even though I'm going to talk about Rink Ready, which is related to roller skating, some of these principles are not limited to roller skating. So if you are not a roller skater, or if you are not remotely interested in roller skating, this could still resonate with you. You don't have to be a skater for some of this, but it's just interesting things. And another thing about yoga was that it made me fight to learn something that I didn't know. I know some people do fight to learn how to roller skate because it is kind of a fight. And I know that's a strong word, but you do have to fight for it because it doesn't just fall on you. Now, some people are natural and they catch on really quick. That happens, but they're usually the exception, not the rule. To become good at anything, whether it's skating, whether it's swimming, whether it's dancing, whether it's being a builder, or whatever your talent and gift is that you're developing, it is a fight. It doesn't just fall on you. Don't just wake up one day and become good at something. It takes consistency, and it takes a lot of hard work. It takes that blood, sweat, and tears. And that's why when you see somebody who's really good at something, you have to put respect on it. Nothing personal, no matter who they are personally, but when you see somebody who has mastered a craft, you put respect on it because work went into that. They didn't just wake up like that. They had to work at it. And even me, even though I didn't necessarily fight to skate, but because it was so much a part of my life, I put the time in. I put a lot of time in, a lot of consistency, over and over and over, repetitive actions that created that muscle memory in me. And all of us can do it if that's something we want to do. And I address a lot of that in this book. And it is also a journal, so we can reflect, because reflecting is reinforcement of the information that you're taking in. And one way to reinforce and ingrain it in our brains is if we reflect on it and write about it. It's just a form of reinforcement, and it helps with the learning process. And for me, yoga helped me to fight for something, fight for my flexibility, fight for my peace, fight for my healing, because a lot of healing, even emotional healing, physical healing, comes through that mind, body, and spirit connection. It opens up the flow to release things that are toxic, physical toxins, mental toxins, spiritual toxins. It helps us to just cleanse ourselves and hit that reset button. And when I tell you my first time at yoga, I cried and I didn't understand why I was crying, but my body was just releasing things that I didn't know it was even holding on to. Someone described it as a somatic release. So this is all new to me. I'm learning. And when I thought about it, with that mind, body, spirit connection, some of that does apply in roller skating. So the segment I'm going to read today is about the spirit. Spirit. Roller skating is a spiritual experience. It is not mindlessly going around skating in a circle. It's not like that, because some I've heard people say like, well, how is it fun going in circles, circle, circle? That's not what skating is. Skating is a spiritual experience, just like a lot of other things are a spiritual experience. I think other activities like even tennis, roller skating, basketball, even riding a motorcycle. I heard a gentleman who loves his Harley talk about when he described the feeling that he gets when he's riding his motorcycle. He described it as heavenly to him. He feels it takes him away from everything, and he is just in a zone that feels so blissful that he said, heaven must be like this. And if heaven is not like this, I don't want to go. So, anytime something feels that good to you, you're going to gravitate to it. And the things that feel good to you, I hope they are good for you, and I hope they are good for other people. Now, let's go to page 125. And by the way, Rink Ready is available on Amazon in hardcover or soft cover. And I have the pink edition, and there's also the blackout edition. So, pink or black, both come in hard or soft. Spirit. Roller skating is a spiritual experience. I should have put my reading glasses on, but I'm going to try to make it through this without putting them on. And by the way, I use the larger font for people who are visually challenged, who wear readers. At a certain age, I suddenly couldn't, I needed readers. So I usually try to make it without my glasses, but it's much better with the readers. The spiritual experience of roller skating. When you do it correctly, roller skating takes you to another dimension, a higher vibration. You can tell by the joy it brings. The spiritual connection that comes from roller skating can also be found in activities like riding a motorcycle, boating, dancing, cooking, swimming, playing basketball, singing, or playing an instrument, or for some people, even being in church, they get that feeling. The spiritual experience. For some roller skaters, roller skating is their form of church, and that's how they connect to their divine. The spiritual experience is what maintains the connection to doing these things. We stay committed because of the longing for the feeling we get. The attachment is real, and it is spiritual. And once you find that kind of connection, you do want to hold on to it and deepen it, because it seems to make you feel like a better version of yourself. When all is going wrong in the world, roller skating or whatever your activity is the one place in the world where you can go and life feels right. Even if it's only for a couple of hours, roller skating can take you to the most joyful mind space. Your spirit feels bliss, and yes, you want to return for more. Be aware of the energy you feel while roller skating and enjoy the bliss. You may not have a name for it, but you feel it. It's like a drug. Some people call it adrenaline, or I don't know the other technical names for it. I don't know if heaven has roller skating, so enjoy it as much as possible while on earth. The connection to a universal force while roller skating takes you into the zone. While in that zone, you can channel freestyle moves, or you can go crazy with your feet and your body on roller skates. You can tell who the people are who are having a deeply spiritual experience because they roller skate with their entire being, and it shows. They can forget about the whole world and connect to their source. You can do some thinking, soul searching, pondering, contemplating, and problem solving if you choose to skate meditatively. If something is heavy on your mind, you can use the solitude and the high vibration of roller skating to go into prayer. You can talk to God anytime, anywhere, so why not talk to Him while you're skating? I've done it, I do it. The cool thing is you get to choose how you want to enrich your spirit while roller skating. Every roller skater and every person is different, and we all skate with a different purpose. We all live with a different purpose. There's no right or wrong. It's the matter of choice, and you can choose how you want to use this discipline of roller skating. Make it work for you. You can connect with others while you skate. When roller skating as a couple or in a group, you can connect with other souls. That's how you get synchronicity with others. You ever seen people skating and they're doing they're so synchronized, their timing is perfect and it matches up perfectly and it looks beautiful. You learn how to read your partners, the people you skate with. You learn how to read them, predict their next move, and follow in sync, a lot like dancing. When you roller skate jointly, you become intuitive towards your partner or partners. This is another level of processing and connecting. You come on one accord with others, and that is a high level of spirituality. The visuals of the synchronicity of body and spirit is so beautiful and captivating. It is what draws a lot of new roller skaters because they see it and they're so amazed. I want to do that. It motivates them to step up top notch, to be top notch. If you fall in love with roller skating by embracing the spirit of it, the spirit takes on a multiplicity of forms, and however you choose to express spiritually through roller skating, be sure you enjoy it. How does roller skating nourish your spirit? Or whatever your hobby or the thing you like to do is, how does it nourish your spirit? That could be a journal prompt. Is roller skating a spiritual experience for you? Or whatever it is you like to do, is it a spiritual experience for you? Do you see it that way? How has it helped you to grow as a person? How does it make you happy? Reflect on your own spiritual journey as a roller skater or as a whatever you want to, whatever your hobby or your thing is or the thing you like to do. Reflect on those things and it will deepen your connection to doing that. That is your why. And it just makes you feel better. And for me, it just makes me a better person. So that is it. And there's some other Rink Ready things in another book related to skating, that's Sheba's Jam. And I'll probably pull that out one day. But yep, this Rink Ready Kids, that's a coloring book. And it talks about a little boy who struggled to learn how to skate. A lot of people, when they try something for the first time and they find that it is not easy, a lot of times you don't see them again. After years of working with beginners, people, and maybe it's not their thing. They come and it's harder than they thought it was because some people make it look so easy. And when they see that it's hard, they're done. They're like, nah, this is not for me. And maybe it's not for them. And maybe it didn't connect like that for them. But if it does connect and you want to invest the time and money, it is an investment, but it's also rewarding if that is something that you want to do. And that's not only for roller skating, that's for whatever it is in life that you are choosing to pursue. Whether you want to take a class for it or try to learn it on your own. In Rink Ready, I do address a lot of different things as far as when you're starting out, some of the things you should consider or things that you should know or be aware of are in there. It may not have everything in there, but it has enough in there that should get you off to a good start, providing just some guidance and general information. And that goes for anything we decide that we want to do or something that we want to learn. There is so much information out there that if you choose to pursue something and you want to be good at it, you got to do it with consistency and dedication. That dedication is easy when there's that spiritual connection to it, because otherwise it's going to be easy for you to walk away if it does nothing for your spirit. You're just not going to like it and you're not going to go. And why would you invest in something that you're not feeling? If you feel it, you're gonna be up at night thinking about it and wanting to do it and thinking of ways to make it happen. And that's when you know you've got that spiritual connection to something, when you become obsessed with it, where it's something you think about all the time and you can't stop thinking about it. You want to do it. And most skaters I know, they love skating so much They always look forward to going, and they will sacrifice a meal if it means they have to choose that or skating, and they choose skating because their heart is in it and they love it, and it gives them this feeling that's better than what that meal would have given them. Now, don't starve, but I don't think anybody's gonna starve over it. But it's just how we prioritize things that you really want to do, and you do make time for things that bring you joy, that bring you peace, things that make you happy. Oh, you find a way to do those things, even if you cancel other things. Those things become a top priority when it means something to you and it is fulfilling to you, and whatever that is. And for some of us, it's skating, and for some people, skating just isn't their thing, and that is okay. As long as you have a thing, whatever it is, a hobby, that's your outlet, that's your place where you can escape. Because life can get hard sometimes, challenging, and then you can find yourself in a low place, feeling depressed. And you have to think of what lifts you out of that when you find yourself just in a slump. What is it that lifts your spirit? What is it that makes you want to go on and keep living and keep being? What puts a smile on your face? It could be things like taking a kid to the playground, and depending on where you are in life, whether you're a parent or a grandparent, find something that makes you happy. Find something that is fulfilling to you, and become good at it, whatever it is. And if you're fortunate, you might even be able to monetize it, whatever that is, to get paid to do something you love. That's the ultimate. Whether it's being a writer or being a speaker, or being a roller skater, people perform just like some people get paid to dance, some people get paid to roller skate. So if you're good enough at something, somebody might either pay you to perform that or to teach it, to help other people with it. There are a lot of people who want to learn how to skate. So if that's something you're really good at, and you see it all over the internet, you can be somebody who imparts to others to help them fulfill their dreams, to help them make their lives feel better. So that's about it. Again, I hope to see you soon, see you at the rink or see you somewhere. But just make sure you enjoy life. Make sure you find something that you like to do. Whatever it is, you need something to look forward to, something to get excited about, something that makes you happy, something that is an escape from some of our reality that is hard when life gets hard. If you had a hard week at work, you go decompress, whether it's at skating or whether it's where you go dance. That physical release, it helps us to get grounded. It keeps us grounded, and we need that in our lives. So if you don't have something like that in your life, maybe that could be a goal for you. So check out Rink Ready, Amazon.com, or you can always go to getthepen.net to find out what's going on. See you soon. See you later. Thank you. Thanks for being here.